Has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
First carry now for Thompson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. 24 is the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Richardson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Jones, and able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. Give the tackle there to Josh Norman.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And left side here, it's Graham. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams. 42 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. From the 29, Rodgers, and Graham's got it, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 15-yard line. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 626. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there. First down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. On the sneak, Rodgers. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. This one complete to Jordan Reed. 11 yards there, 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 1st and 10. Mike 40 yards. Mike 42. Mike 42. I got it.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington.
The young, incredible one.